Human beings are natural frugivores, and human beings are more geared towards having a mostly or even completely raw diet. I lean so more towards a high raw diet, meaning there are foods that are extremely beneficial, but you may have to do some things to them in order to prep them so that your gut can pull nutrients from them. So an example of this would be foods like nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains, and some leafy greens. These are foods that are hard, tightly packed foods, right? They're very chewy, very fibrous foods. And you can eat these foods and you may even get an upset stomach. You may get some gas, some bloating, some constipation, lethargia, things like this. Because these foods aren't natural raw foods that you can just grab and go and just eat without doing anything to them, right? These are foods that have high concentrations of natural preservatives meant to protect the degradation, the erosion, the oxidation of these foods. These natural preservatives are things like lectins and phytic acids. These naturally preserve the structure of the food, okay? Now, naturally, these foods will, over time, as they're exposed to the elements, oxygen, water, and time, they sprout, they grow plants, they grow trees, they grow bushes, vines, things like this. But this is a time release thing. So for us, we have to speed this up if we actually want to eat these things. Now, on a raw diet with these kinds of foods, for example, nuts and seeds, certain whole grains and legumes, we can soak and sprout these things. And this makes them completely edible and extremely beneficial on a raw diet. If you decide to go the more high raw route, where you're actually using things like heat to make these foods edible, well, this is where you would get things like boiling and steaming and even dry roasting. For me, in diet plans, for example, when it comes to dry roasting, you may want to dry roast things like chickpeas, lentils, nuts, and seeds, and you can add a little sea salt and things like that on top in order to make it edible. But your diet should be mostly water-based. The more hydrating and water-rich your diet is, the better the results will be, and the easier your digestion will be. Hit the link in my bio to book a call with me, or join Tribe by Noir community and get full access to my diet plans, training plans, mindset and self-development, and weekly group coaching calls. Follow me for more high raw vegan, plant-based diet tips.